Hi, welcome back to the Checkered PS4 NASCAR League. I'm your host, Morris1173, and tonight we're going to be broadcasting race number 3 of the 33 race schedule for the Craftsman Truck Series. Alongside me tonight is not Ryan Guy, because he's going to be winning the truck race tonight. I got my teammate from the Cup Series, KD, in here with me. How you doing, KD?
Oh, pretty good.
I'm glad to hear. And tonight it's going to be, I believe, a 67-lap race, which is not very long for the Truck Series, but they have different rules. Different type of package as the National Series and the Cup Series won. Busch Grand National Series, I should say. They won 3 times way rather than 2 times way, as KD and I am accustomed to over on the Cup side. So, who are you keeping your eyes on tonight, KD?
Let me look at the field.
Got some Cup Series drivers in here. I think you got Texas in here. You got Ryan in here. You got some Truck Series stars like Darth Callow, Quentin Ladd.
So, yeah, I think just to keep an eye on like Austin and Predator. And from the Truck Series side of things, yeah, Darth Kylo is probably going to be one of the better guys out of them.
Yeah. Are they waiting for people or something for practice? Because I haven't got anybody yet.
They just sent invites out for us, but...
No. I haven't got one yet, so...
I'm trying to listen up because Austin's going to say when we can join.
Well, can you tell him that I haven't got an invite yet?
I can just send you one when I get in.
Okay. Thank you. Hey, Katie is gonna be our ears in the Discord, because if I was on the Discord, I would have to unplug my mic, plug it into my phone, listen to Discord, then unplug my mic, plug it back into the PlayStation controller, and then tell y'all, and that would just be a lot of chaos. Yeah. So Katie, his mic unplugged, so he's working out that kink. But yeah, this track it's a 1.5 mile D-shaped oval. It was recently reconfigured, I think back in like 2006, 2007, something like that, somewhere around there. Because I remember in 2006 the Cup race. I remember that track still had flat, no banking. But now they added banking in like 2007, 2008, somewhere around there, I think. So it's going to be interesting how these truckers handle Las Vegas. It's going to be the first, I believe, 2 races for, I think, all 3 series. Because I think all 3 series go to Las Vegas twice a year. And, I believe, what do you call it? I think Las Vegas is in the playoffs for the Cup Series. I'm not so sure about the Busch Grand National Series or the Truck Series. I don't think it's in the playoffs. If it is, it's probably, I think, the first race of the playoffs for the Busch and Truck Series. But, yeah, I think it's the beginning of round 2.
Apparently they're switching qualifying and practice.
Okay, so this is actually the qualifying stream, I suppose.
Because Austin texted me, about the practice qualify swap.
Okay, that's weird, and that's the first. So apparently we're gonna. Okay, so apparently we're doing qualifying first, and then we'll do practice. That is so weird. Because you would think practice would be first and then qualifying would be second. That
I could be wrong though. When we join, we'll find out though.
Yeah. Okay. But the pre-race, it's still gonna be named the pre-race show for part number 1. Part number 2 is still gonna be saying qualifying. It's just gonna be practice from Las Vegas. So if y'all think I'm crazy, no, I'm not crazy. I'm just following the rules. But yeah. So now my personal picks for tonight. I personally, I would not be surprised to see a Cup driver win. I mean, Bradley last week at Iowa, he had a fight with a Mind Killer. Mind Killer was actually standing up to the Cup guys, saying we truck guys can race too. So apparently, if y'all didn't tune into the race, Mind Killer took the lead from Bradley on the last lap of stage 2, and he was still a shot from Bradley when Bradley's in the 32 truck and Mind Killer's in the 2 truck. And Mind Killer was able to hold off Bradley and win stage 2. Unfortunately, if Mind Killer, I think, would have had 2 more laps, I think Mind Killer would have gotten around Bradley and win the race. But unfortunately, Bradley was able to hold off Mind Killer, get his first win of the season in the Truck Series. and his streak of poles came to an end Sunday at Iowa. I believe, who got the pole on Sunday? Was it? I think it was Smoke, I think.
I think so, yeah. No,
Yes.
Austin got the pole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now you see how bad I am. I'm used to seeing Texas in the back, unfortunately. No disrespect to him. And then the only time he gets the ball, I'm like, who got the pole?
Okay, I think they're in, so I think we can join. They didn't say anything, but...
Alright. Well, just send me an invite when you get there.
I'll join, and if it's still a timer, I'll just leave real quick.
Alright, cool. But,
Yeah, I hear somebody's spotter, so yeah, we're good.
Okay. So, in real life, even though Las Vegas was last week for the real life, Truck Series is off this weekend, and they're going to be at Auto Club this weekend for race 3 of the season. That's real life, though. But I think Auto Club's coming up for us in a little bit. I don't know, but I can't remember. I remember the first 2 races, but
Did you get the invite?
yeah, I did. But I'll give my thought out once I get in.
Alright, they're starting, so we're gonna get in here on time.
Alright, cool.
Austin's sending people right now, so we might miss a couple people.
That's fine. But yeah, back to what I was saying. In real life, the Xfinity Season Cup season at Auto Club for race 3 of the season. Then after that, it's going to be Atlanta, I believe. No, Phoenix, and then Atlanta. But in the league, I can't remember what the next race is after Las Vegas. I feel like it's Auto Club, something like that. I can't remember. But I feel like a road course is coming up. I know that. I feel like the Roval is coming up soon, like 2 months. But apparently they're starting off with qualifying, which is unusual. But meanwhile, we watched Predator here on the 7. This 7 truck ran a little bit last week with Weasel behind the wheel. But Weasel unfortunately didn't get the finish he deserved. I think he finished like 10th on the race. So we'll see how Predator and that 7 team could do. But that's basically a KBM affiliate truck. I mean, it's basically the same thing. You know, it's a KBM truck, but just different sponsor, different number, different team name. But it's pretty much a KBM affiliate truck. As he's on his 2nd lap now, as he hitting 2 and 1.
Running the high side.
Yeah, he went up right up against that wall in 1 and 2. Oh, he got a little loose there, coming off in 2 and 2 down the back straightaway. Sounded like he was not off the gas a little bit. Sounded like he was wide open. But as he comes off in 2 and 4, he's going to cut the tri-oval. 7 Predators down.
Nice run.
Yep. Now we're going to watch the 52 Landwide, who unfortunately didn't make the race last week at Iowa. I don't know. Apparently it was connection issues. But I heard.
Again.
Yeah, now you could definitely tell now he's a Tony Stewart fan.
Yep.
But apparently I had a good show last week when he was cussing everywhere because he was so mad. It was actually I was just sitting there laughing. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, thank God I'm streaming. But let's see who the next person to hit the track is. Looks like Incog in the 19. He finished his qualifying lap. I think Quentin Law in the 45 did as well.
I think Quentin lagged out, but he did his own lap.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard.
Alright.
So they still have a time.
The Predator's finished and Landwide's finished. See, still waiting on the next truck to hit the track. But meanwhile, we'll give you the truck lineup tonight. We got Abernathy in the 24. We got Mike Hill, his teammate in the 2.
There goes the 13.
Yep, next truck hit the track is the 13. Who was very vocal about this whole broadcasting thing. I think it was last week. Apparently, oh, I skipped the truck. Oops. But apparently, he was not too thrilled about the whole broadcasting deal. What do you think about the broadcasting? I mean, knowing that people. I actually, before I give you that question, I actually had a comment last week. I think it was the Truck Series broadcast that there was actually somebody commented that he actually wanted to join the league. So NASCAR racer, if you're watching this sometime in the future, people could join broadcasts and they'd be like, hey, this is fun. I want to watch. I want to race. But yeah, what do you think about the whole broadcasting deal, Katie?
I think it's good for the league because every race that we run, we try to get it out there for people to see. And we have some good racing in this league, and I think it's cool to show it off and encourage other people to join in on the fun.
Yeah. You know, speaking of the 13, he he finished his first lap here. He's on his second lap now. It's not. I don't know if it's gonna be the norm for most of these drivers, but they could be going wide open, maybe in 3 and 4, but now 1 and 2. But we'll have to wait and see on that. I believe also on the track is Sheepy Pie in the 44, and yep, he's coming up for 22 now. I believe
There's one more car. Yeah, the 46.
That'd be Clone. And Abernathy in the 24 is on the track as well. Abernathy wide over that rubber strip that the Titans put down here. The Tire Titans, whatever they're called. But usually they didn't put a lot of it down, but it looks like should provide some grip. But you know, people could get out of that, get into the gray and make it work. Abernathy's finished with his lap. Looks like Darth Cowell in the 18 was also on the track as well. He's done. NASCAR Racer the 13's done. Sheepy's done in the 44. And that leaves us with 3 trucks left. That'll be Dale in the 02. Who is a new driver to the Young's Motorsports team. He's the only full-time driver there because his 2 other drivers part-time now, GT Low and I can't remember who's in the 20 at the time.
Sure.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think he's in the league anymore, but sad to see him leave already.
The other person that's left to go is Mind Killer, I think.
Yeah, Mind Killer in the 2, Texas in the 3, and Dale in the 02. They're the last 3 trucks to go for qualifying.
02 going right now.
Yep.
And Austin's going next, and then the 2.
Yep. Dale showed a pretty good, impressive debut last week at Iowa. He was actually up front. He was actually the top 3 for a little bit, but apparently he fell back late in the end. Didn't even finish, I believe, 5th or 6th on the track. But still a pretty good debut for Dale in the 02, up there with Bradley and Michael, those guys, some of those guys. What Ryan told me, he likes Dale. He's been helping out Dale a little bit as he starts his first lap now. See if he can, you know, take this momentum from last week at Iowa and then bring it here to Las Vegas. But Dale is turning some heads already, especially to his team owner Ryan guy, who's actually running tonight, I think, but I don't think he's here for qualifying.
Yeah, we'll see if he can make it.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone's been favoring the outside lane, which isn't a huge surprise, but oh, there's a car sitting in the track. I don't know what they're doing, but.
Yeah. By the way, I could tell he was a Dale Jr. fan because his name tag. I made jokes last week that was like, that's not Dale, that's not the real Dale Jr. It's just a fan. just like Landwide,
Yeah.
just like Landwide. That's not the real Tony Stewart. It's just a fan.
Well, the Dale Jr. 8 amp, his name that doesn't match up because he wasn't sponsored by Amp and he was in the 8.
Yeah, it was Budweiser.
Yep.
But when he was sponsored by Amp when he was in the 88, but not the 8.
Yep. Oh, he hits the wall on the exit.
Oh, that's gonna kill his lap. Yeah, that killed his lap. You could throw that one out the window.
Yep.
Texas in the 3, crossing the line now. Wanted a different paint scheme. Oh, there he goes. He wanted a new paint scheme this week. Last week he was in the black truck, black and yellow truck, with a little white on it. Now he's wanted the plain white and blue truck.
So everybody's done.
Yeah, Mine killed the last truck to finish qualifying. He's done. And that should be qualifying for now.
Apparently Sal didn't make qualifying, but Austin's gonna start up a session just for him and he's gonna qualify.
Okay.
So we can back out of this now.
Yeah, that's what I did. While we're waiting to get the final results in for qualifying, let's see if we can get some drivers in here.
We're gonna practice after this, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that just sounds weird. It's like rains out for qualifying, but then they just do practice anyway.
It's happy hour, the practice in between qualifying and the race.
Yeah. But let's see if we can get the first driver in here. Let's get Michael in here after a great second place finish last week and winning stage 2, getting the first playoff point for the Truck Series drivers. Let's see what his mindset is heading to this weekend in Las Vegas. See if we get him in here real quick. Oh, I'm gonna have to suggest him to you because you're the party owner.
Oh yeah.
Is his name Mine Dash Killer?
I think so.
Guys, I didn't put the dash between the mind and the killer.
Yeah.
And that, now that you think about it, that sounded pretty bad. And it's 911, I think his last 3 numbers, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if we're gonna have time because I think they're gonna start practice here in 2 minutes.
Alright, so we'll try to get this be our own interview, and then we'll try to get practice started. Sorry for the blue screen, y'all. I know it's a pain in the butt, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, it's my killer dash 911. Okay. There we go. Alright. Suggested to you.
Alright, I'll invite him.
Alright.
I don't know if we'll have time, but we'll see if he joins.
He should join because he joined last week. Like I mentioned, he had a pretty good debut. I don't think he ran Daytona. I think he did, but he wasn't really up there. I
yeah,
think.
me and you were both in the race.
Yeah, I think he ran Daytona, if I remember correctly. But he wasn't really around. But honestly, if he was around, he was probably like in the back of the big pack. But he showed up at Iowa last week and he performed really well. Underestimated. I think me and Ryan actually talked about it. We underestimated him because we didn't think Monaco would go up there and battle with Bradley for the lead.
Yeah, he showed out last week.
Yeah.
Races next week, Atlanta.
In real life, it's Phoenix.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what it is in the league.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, cool.
I'm pretty curious all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm curious too. So I was curious earlier.
I'm just hoping I don't lag out again.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks in a row you 2 weeks in a row you lagged out.
Like last in points. Pretty bad.
I was surprised when you lagged out the first time, and I was even more surprised the second time.
Yeah, Iowa was only like couldn't even get 10 laps in.
Daytona, I think it was it in stage 1 or in stage 2?
Daytona, it was about halfway, so I think in stage 2.
So yeah, be between stage 2 and stage 3.
I got stage points in that one.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it doesn't look like Mike Hill is going to be joining us. So we're just going to end this part of the stream. Apparently, it's like a change up now for some reason. Apparently, it's practice is going to be next. We just did qualifying, but the title's still going to be the same, previous show. But part number 2 instead of being qualifying from Vegas, it's just going to be practice from Vegas. So we'll still probably talk about some stuff. We'll probably get the lineup here soon once a couple drivers finish their qualifying laps. I think Quintline and Sal, the 2 drivers, they need to get their laps in. But we'll see. But me and Katie will see y'all part number 2. Hopefully you can tune into that part, and hopefully you can tune in part number 3, which is going to be the race. So be back in a minute.